There we are. And I'm sure you all read the provenance on this, the wonderful provenance. Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols happened to leave this in Gary's flat, and Gary then paid him £250 for the pleasure of it, and it's now a legendary guitar, of course. And in addition, Gary Moore played this guitar live at the Gold Diggers Club in Chippenham on the 21st of January 1984, and famously played this guitar for the entire gig. There's a great clip on YouTube, which I'm sure all you're going to see. Fantastic stuff. Now, lots of bids. Where should I start? Going to go here at 4,500, 5,000, at 5,000, 5,500, and 6 now, at 6,000, and 6,500, at 6,500, all with bids at 6,500 at the moment, at 6,500, opening up now, at 6,500, at 6,500, 7,000, ahead of you online, taking it in the room, 7 first, at 7,000, at 7,500, 2,800 if you wish, at 7,500, 8,000, at 8,000 now, in the room here, 8,000, 5, 9,000, at 9,000, here in the room again on my left at 9,000, against you online, 9,000 is the bid, calling it here at 9,000, 9,500, 9,500, 10,000 in the room, 10,000 in the room, at 10,000, ahead of you online, it's 10 in the room, at £10,000, in the room here, 10,000, against you online, 11,000, shorts, 11,000, 11, I'll give you time, it's fine, I'm not going anywhere, 11,000, at 11,000 it's online, at £11,000. I saw another bidder there for a moment online, we're currently, there it is, 12,000. 12,000, new place online, £12,000, so 12,000, thank you to that new bidder up there, 12,000, with 6127, is 12,000 with you, at 12 it's 13 now, at 13,000, looking on the cameras at 13,000, at £13,000, at 13, at 13,000, 13,000, selling at 13 at the moment, we'd like to go on, shall we? Take another look, 14,000, I'm not surprised, 14,000, historic guitar, 14,000, 15,000, 15,000, it's a 1955 Les Paul Jr., remember this, 15,000, at 15,000, it is, it's online, it's 15,000, 16,000, £16,000, that's 16,000, I know you like these stuff, 16,000, 17,000, at 17 it is, at 17,000, at £17,000, at 17, I'm holding, at 17, we're going on, are we? 17,000, at 17, looking directly at the camera now for another bid, 17,000, at 17, what do you say? We're selling it? Going, it's going to go, at 17, I'm giving you fair warning now, at 17,000, one last chance, 18,000. 18,000 just came in. £18,000 at 18,000. Should we go another one? 18,000 at 18,000. I can't see you. Do click. There you are. 19,000 at £19,000. Here it is at 19,000 at 19,000. Should we go 20? It's 19,000. It's with 6196 now. Online, 19,000. I'm going to sell. Don't want to, but I'm going to. 19,000. So last look, 20,000. I came up, no, you almost missed it. 20,000 came in, just in the nick of time, at 20. At 20. Let's go on then. At £20,000. Do I see another bid? Do I hear another bid in the room? It's going at 20. Going once, to be clear. Going twice, last chance now at £20,000, 22,000. Could be a long afternoon, couldn't it? 22,000, at 22,000, at 22. You almost missed it there, 22,000. The hammer goes up again. Going once at 22, going twice at 22. You have to click, otherwise it's going 25,000. You're toying with me. I don't mind. 25,000. At 25 to 28 next, please. It's £25,000. At 25,000. At 25, hammers up, 25,000. You sure? Going once again. 25, make no mistake, and twice, fair warning, going at 25, 28. 28, 30 next, please. It's 28,000. At 28,000. Hammers up. Do click. It's between you up there. I can't see you. You might miss 30,000. 30,000, ladies and gentlemen, 30,000. At 30. Any more bids? 32. Nice and quick. That's much better. Thank you very much. It helps me. At 32,000. At 32,000. At 32. Any more? At 32. Are you out, sir? Almost forgot you. 32. At 32. It is the last call then. At 32. It's my last look at the screen. At 32,000. I'm selling it. And lot 18. One of my personal favourite guitars in the collection, the Telecaster. There it is, behind the telephone desks. And used on, Still Got the Blues, I think the opening track, moving on. And Gary loved this guitar. He called it a real old battle axe, and that's what you want in a Tele, I think. So where shall we begin here? I've got bids, I must say, ladies and gentlemen. I've got bids at 6,000, 6,500, at 6,500, 7,000, at 7,000, and 5, at 7,500, 8,000, at 8,000, and 5, 8,500 now, and taking 9 ahead of you online, £9,000, 9,500, at 9,005 now, at 9,500, who's in? 9,500, 10,000, 11,000, at £11,000. Did I see something online coming back to me? Not with you, it is now 12,000. It's with you now, 12,000 online. Great bid, 12,000. At 13,000, another bidder online, 13's in. 13,000. Took 2 bidders online, 13 I've taken. 13,000. At 13,000, that's where we're resting at the moment, at £13,000. 13,000. 14,000. At 14,000. 1963 it is, 14,000. At 14,000. Real gutsy telly, I'm sure you may have heard it. That's online at the moment on YouTube at 15,000 with Chris Buck at 15,000. 6172 at 6172. Hugely resonant, £15,000 at 15 with you, looking there. The bid surely. Yes, 16,000. Thank you again. Sorry, I'm looking down at my screen all the time, checking for your bids. It's 16 now. It's 16,000. Should we go again? Phil, we shall. 16,000 currently. That's £16,000. 17,000 in the room now, here in London, Bonhams, London. 17, new place. 17,000 with you, sir. Thank you. That's 17,000. On the floor here, 17,000 against you online. Here it is. With you, sir. 17,000 with your bid. That's 17,000. Anywhere else now? 17,000, 18,000. 18 against you, sir. 18,000. 19,000. Good bid, sir. Thank you. 19,000 ahead of you online. It's not with you. Although I saw your bid just come in. It's with a gentleman in the room. 19,000. 19 holds it at the moment. 20,000. So definitely no this time, sir. 20,000. Head of you just, sir. 22 be next. It's £20,000. £20,000. 22,000. Another bid came in. 22,000 online. 2 bidders again online. I won't forget you, sir. 22. 25,000. At 25,000. At 25,000. 25 current bid. 25,000. 28 next. It's 25,000. At 25. Hammers come up now. At 25,000. No regrets, sir? 25,000. There was lots of regrets in life, I guess, but there we are. 28,000. At 28 just came in. £28,000. 30,000. 30,000. At 30,000. Let's go on. 30,000. Just to 2 next. 32 will be next. It's 30 at the moment. At 30,000. At 30,000 with you. At 30,000, 6037, your bid, 30. At 30. 6131, come back if you can. It's £30,000. And here it is, behind me, 32,000. 32,000. 35,000. Your call. 35 currently. 35,000. 6037, the paddle number. At 35,000. At 35,000. 38,000. Thank you again. 38,000. 38,000. Nothing else like this to sell today. At 38,000. An incredible guitar. At £38,000. Are you sure to the other bidder? I'll give you a little moment more. 38. 40. 40's in. 40,000. At 40,000. We'll nudge up to 42 if we can. Very happy to. It's 40 at the moment. At £40,000. Take another look. 40,000 to the other bidder. It's going at the moment at 40,000. That's the winning bid at the moment. There's still chance. At £40,000. At 40, sir. Definitely out. Online to the other bidder. It is now your last chance. At £40,000. Closing down now at 40. I'll take another bid quickly if you can. At 40,000. Putting the hammer up. At £40,000 for the Gary Moore Telecaster. Last call. 40,000. We sell. Here we are. The Gibson SG TV guitar. Here it is. Brazilian rosewood fingerboard, top markers, and what a great looking guitar it is. Where to begin here? Let's start off at 3.5, please. 3.5, 3.8. At 3.8, who's in? 3.8. 3.8, 4,000, 4.2. At 4.2, ahead of you online, 4.2. At 4.2, holding here, 4.5. In the room, 4.5. Ahead of you online, 4.5 here. At 4.5. 4.5, setting in the room, 4,500 against you online, 4.8, 5,000, at £5,000, at 5,000, at 5 it is, 5.5, 6,000, at 6 with you, sir, 6.5, 7,000, thank you again, 7,000, against you online, 7.5, 8,000, 8,000 in the room. 8,000 against your line. Fred, do you want to come in? 8,000's the bid. 8, this your chance. 8.5. Just came in. 8.5 online. 9,000, as you were thinking. Another one came in. It's now 9. Do you want 9.5? It's 9,000 here. 9,000. 9.5. Going online. 9.5. It's with you online, 9.5. At 9.5. You're bidding? 10. 10,000 in the room. 10,000 in the room. Online, it's against you, it's in the room. 10,000. £10,000. 10, I'll sell at 10,000 online. It's 11,000. 11 came in. 12 came in. Another bid, 12,000. At 12,000, 2 bids, multiple bidders in this lot. 12,000 is the top one online. 12,000. £12,000. Fred, at 12,000. Sir, at 12,000. It's up here at 12,000. I'll sell at 12,000. Out. You're out. At 12,000, clear to go then. Last look, £12,000 and selling. And here it is, second SG's here, this beautiful Les Paul, classic colour, 1962, great year, and we have interest already at 8,000, 8,000, 8.5, 9,000, 9.5, 9.5 already, at 9,500 with bids, at 9.5 selling, at £9,500, at 9,500 with me, at £9,500. Any further interest? The bids are here. I'm taking it at 9,500, at 10. Yes, sir? 10,000. On my left at 10 with you. Yes, it's a bid at 10,000 here. My bid's out. It's with you. At 10,000 online. Anything doing there? Shall I sell? £10,000. 11. New place. 11,000. What do you think, sir? 11,000. Go on, sir. 12,000. 13,000. I wouldn't have thought it would do any harm at all, sir, to bid again. 13,000. 14,000 online. Just came in. 14,000 ahead of you, sir, now. 14,000. What do you say, sir? Little one more. Take another look at it, sir. Irresistible. 14,000. At 14,000. At 14, it's online at the moment. It's against you, sir. At 14,000. 15,000. Thank you, sir. 15,000 in the room. £15,000. At 15,000 online. You had it for a moment, and it's in the room at the moment. 15,000. Well, I'll sell. I'll sell. 15,000. It's going at £15,000. Last chance online. 16,000. 16,000, sir. At 16. Sure, sir? Final answer, as they say. I thank you anyway. 16,000 then. I will sell at £16,000. You're out, and you're out. It's selling online at £16,000. Very much. And lot 37. A pause as we view one final time Gary Moore's Fender Stratocaster, described by Gary. It's the best Strat I've ever had, the best Strat I've ever played. This one's special, like my Les Paul. What an incredible guitar this is. And we have plenty of interest coming in here. I shall begin proceedings here at 150,000 already with bids at 150,000, at 150,000, at 150, 160, at 160,000, at 160,000, 170,000, at 170 now, at 170, 180, at 180,000, at 180,000, 190,000, 200 here, at £200,000 here, on the book at 200,000, selling at the moment at 200,000 with me, at 200,000, at £200,000, on the book at 200,000, at £200,000, not with you online, 200,000. Shall we sell? Shall we go at 200,000? For the Strat at 200,000. Here in Bonds, London, it's going once at 200,000, twice at £200,000. And lot 38 now. Follow up with an equally great guitar, the Gibson ES355 TD. Played live Montreux 97, one good reason, and what a guitar this is. Let's begin proceedings at 10, with bids, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, 14,000, 15,000, already at 15,000, at 15 with bids, at 15,000, at 15,000, selling here at bids at £15,000, at 15,000, holding with my bidder, at 15,000, ladies and gentlemen, at £15,000. Where are we going? 15,000 at £15,000. Here, selling at 16,000, 17,000. At 17 with me, at 17, Absentee bid at 17,000 against you, 18,000, 19,000, at 19,000 with me, at 19,000, at 19, I'm holding here with my bid at 19,000, 20,000, 22,000, 22 on the book, 22,000, at 22,000, at 25,000, 28,000, at 28 now. At 28,000, at 28,000, 30,000, thank you, 32,000, 32 with me, at 32,000, at 32,000, another one in line, 32, you have it, 35, 38,000 back on the book, at 38,000. Your chance again online, 38 with me, at £38,000, at 38,000, 38,000, against you online, 38,000. Holding the bid, just holding a little longer, it's with me at 38,000. I'll sell them at £38,000, unless I see another bid. It's on the book with my bidder, 40,000. Just got it, 42,000. At 42 with me, 42,000. What do you say to that online? 42, just ahead of you, 42,000. 42, well, I'm looking at my screen, I'm just checking for you. Otherwise I'll sell at 42,000 with my bidder. Hammer's going up, last call now at 45,000. Well, there you are, thank you, you answered it. 48,000. 48,000 on my book at £48,000. 48,000. £48,000. Last look, last time. 48,000. Are you sure? You're not. You have 50. I have 55. 55,000. 55,000. 55. Let's go on, shall we? 55 with me. At 55, do you wish 60? It's 55,000. At £55,000. Another chance. Last chance. 55,000. My bid. Hammers up. Last look. Last time. Then selling. Last call. 55,000 with my bid, and now going at 55,000. Now, lot 43. It's beautiful. 335 semi-hollow body Gibson with the old-fashioned sound. As Gary said, a beautiful guitar. It's a 63. Love that. And we begin plenty of bids, saving time at 13, 14, 15,000, 15,000, 16,000, 17,000, 18,000, 19,000, 20,000, already at 22,000, 22,000, 22,000, already at 22. 22, at 22,000. Your chance online now. You haven't had a chance yet. 22,000. At £22,000 holding with my bids. You've got a bid. 25. Well, here we go. 25. I've got one here though. 28. At 28 here on the absentees. At 28,000. At 28,000. 30. Bonhams.com has it now. 30,000. I'm out. At 30,000. At 30. 30. Are you coming back from the aggregators? 30,000. At 30. There you have it online. 6196 is holding the bid at 30,000. It really is a beautiful colour, isn't it? £30,000. 32,000. New place. 32,000. 32. With you. 32. Where's the other bidder? 32,000. 35. There it is. 35,000. £35,000. 35 up there in the sky with a bidder. 35,6196 is the number. 35,000. Let's go on. 35,000. Last call, 35,000. Just sell them. 35's gone quiet. 35, happy down here? Yep. £35,000 is the call and the sell at 38. Wow. 38. Never fails to surprise me. 38,000. The online bidders. 38,000. 40 next. I do need to see the click, otherwise you might lose it. It's £38,000. I'd hate for that to happen. At 38,000 again. Last call. £38,000 up there with you, and now selling